New this morning, the city of South Euclid is working to make some development changes.
City leaders are working to limit the amount of fast food drive-thrus in what the city calls small box discount retail stores like Dollar General and Dollar Tree.
Yeah, News 5's Bryn Caswell joins us live in South Euclid with more about the city's overall goal for these new restrictions. Good morning, Bryn.
Good morning, Mike. Yes, right now I'm right off Mayfield Road where there are a number of local businesses, multiple drive-thrus, an RTA bus route, and dollar-related stores surrounding this general area. Now, it's kind of quiet this morning, but throughout the day in this area, it gets quite busy. Now, city officials with South Euclid say that they wanted this area to be very walkable and family-friendly, but it's not turning into that, so they're working to make some of those changes. The Planning and Development Director for the City of South Euclid, Michael Love, wants to see South Euclid grow to its full potential. Love says the city is finally rebounding since the 2008 housing crisis. More want to make South Euclid home again.
We went from being a very cold housing market to now a very hot housing market. Nothing sits, everything sells very quickly.
With more families moving in, Love wants to see stores and shopping areas reflect those changes.
We always have prided ourselves in being a very walkable community. You know, pretty much 99% of streets in South Euclid have public sidewalks. So, you know, we want people to be able to walk. We want people to be able to bike.
To help achieve this, 2 pieces of legislation were introduced to City Council that are now under review by the Planning Commission. First piece of legislation would ban restaurant drive-thrus within the city's Mayfield Green and Cedar Center North districts. Other businesses with drive-thrus like banks and pharmacies would be excluded from the ban. However, current food-focused drive-thrus would be grandfathered in. For example, drive-thrus like McDonald's, Mr. Chicken, and Starbucks in the Mayfield Green District would stay open.
The drive-through restaurant, you know, discourages everything that we want to see in those districts. It doesn't encourage people to be walking. It doesn't encourage pedestrian-friendly development. So that's really the reason why in those 2 districts we're looking not to have drive-thrus.
South Euclid resident of 15 years, Pam Jones, agrees with the possibility of the drive-thru ban. She says South Green and Mayfield roads get too congested.
There's a problem coming in through because of the traffic and how they have the drive-thru set up. Also with the chicken place.
The second piece of legislation would limit small box discount retail stores, like dollar stores. Love says they've attracted too much crime over the years. The new legislation would also require those stores to not be within 1,000 feet of each other.
Not saying they can't be here, but regulating them to limit how many there are. Because one trend that we're seeing, similar to what happened with the drugstores back in like the early 2000s, now you see that with the dollar stores where they try to be on every single corner. So that's one thing we're trying to prevent.
Jones disagrees with that piece of legislation.
I would hope they would not do that because dollar stores are very feasible for people that don't have a lot of money. They can get a lot of goods. I won't say really quality goods, but they can get a lot of things that's worthwhile, that's appeasing to them.
Under the 2 pieces of proposed legislation, drive-thrus and dollar stores wanting to open in other parts of the city would need a conditional use permit granted by the Planning Commission and City Council.
We want to make sure that our zoning code is in place that encourages the type of development we want to see.
So after the Planning Commission reviews these pieces of legislation, recommendations will be sent to City Council, and then from there, City Council will have a public hearing, and then votes will be taken. So Tiffany, Mike, there could be some changes made to what's already written up, but we'll continue to monitor this story.
All right, Bryn, thank you.